We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Stay tuned for Mets baseball coming up next. Al Leiter, a southpaw from New Jersey, gets the starting gig in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it's not an easy thing to do in this league to strike guys out. This guy's coming close to getting 2,000 career strikeouts. That's a pretty big milestone. You have to wonder if he's warming up, thinking and realizing that he's not that far away from that magic number of 2,000 Ks.
Standing in, Jimmy Rollins. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just one win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out. Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. He put together an amazing 5-for-5 performance yesterday afternoon. The 1-1 home. Is a fastball down below the knees. Leiter racked up over 2,300 innings of work on major league mounds, and over those innings he's worked to a whip of just a little over 1.3, so he's a reliable arm in terms of limiting traffic on the base paths. Strike 2 taken, a fastball that clips the inside black. And to be on the beach in Hawaii tonight, 43 degrees at first pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
To the plate now, Bryce Harper. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Into the box, Mike Schmidt. Hit hard, but this will be a foul ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I got to count 2-2.
The 2-2 pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Hit sharply toward the right side. A dive, and he can't hang on. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
This is why it's so important to give your cleanup hitter an opportunity to hit with runners in scoring position. He does just what he's supposed to do, lacing a double and driving in a run, just like you draw it up.
So now to the plate, Shane Victorino. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
The payoff pitch goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall, and he's safe.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
Standing in now, JT Realmuto. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's 1st and 2nd now with 2 out.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk, and there's no doubt that he's fighting himself right now. See if he can get this train back on the rails here.
Digging in, Rhys Hoskins. And the Phils trying to make this first inning even better here. Victorino at second, Realmuto at first, 2 out in the inning. A swing by Hoskins, and this is driven to deep left. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him as they extend the lead to 5-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
At the plate, Gene Segura. And he fouls this one off. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. After it is Cespedes. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Phillies 5. The Mets coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Jake Arrieta is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
So here's Jeff McNeil. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutchen has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Striding into the box, Michael Conforto, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. 1 out, nobody on.
Nope.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, it's been a promising start to the new year as they've taken 3 of the first 4 contests.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball from offense to defense, pitching. It's all coming together for this group.
And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Robinson Cano.
Next for the Mets, Robinson Cano. His history with Jake Arrieta comes in with 6 hits in 31 tries. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Jake Arrieta. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Hit out towards second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Now batting, shortstop, Jimmy Rollins.
Digging in, Jimmy Rollins, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. And this is on the ground for Lowry at short. And there's out number 2.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, Andrew McCutcheon.
Ready now, Andrew McCutcheon. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Phillies down in order as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. And his guys have quite a hill to climb, down 5-0 here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And it's fouled away. And the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Segura has it. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Batting fifth, no left fielder, Dominic Smith.
Stepping up now, Dominic Smith. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Hit out towards second. And that'll go as the Mets' first hit of the ball game.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Yoenis Cespedes. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Runners on first with one down. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Two-one, here it is. Right back to the mound for Arrieta. There's one on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. So digging in now, Bryce Harper looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Hey, doubled up on breaking balls there outside. Now might be the time to bust that fastball in.
The 2-2.
We got full count.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled off. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
And they start the 3rd inning the way they finished off the first 2, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
Stepping in now, Mike Schmidt. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Fouled away. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you...
Oh, and now meanwhile, this ball is cranked out to straightaway center field, and this one is going to leave the yard. It's a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, number 549 career, as this lead swells to 7-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart here tonight, and these fans will not be terribly appreciative, I don't imagine, as he was pretty much dreadful in this one. Marcus Stroman is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Marcus Stroman.
At the plate now, Shane Victorino. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Looking at his career totals, Victorino has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. The 2-1. Taken, strike 2. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Lowry to play this one at short. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Now back, catcher, JT Realmuto.
Coming to the plate now, JT Realmuto. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. Still only one out in the inning. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
In now, Rhys Hoskins. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2. Gene Segura would be next. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit.
Segura.
Striding in, Gene Segura. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Taken there by Lowry. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the Phillies 7 and the Mets nothing. Now at the plate, Jed Lowry. Now the 2-1 here to Lowry. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Wilson Ramos, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit well on the ground to first. Hoskins gathers it in, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting it, the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
So 1 man gone for the Mets in the 3rd, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos. 3-2 pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. And there are 2 away now.
Batting 9, the pitcher, Marcus Stroman.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Marcus Stroman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th, and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Jake Arrieta. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Conforto is in a few steps as he takes it for the first out. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Well, this one's really easy to dissect. Too many pitches left over the heart of the plate. 3 bombs allowed in this one. He's going to have to do a better job of throwing quality pitches down the road.
7 runs, just 6 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Just short, hit hard. Lowry's got it, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Andrew McCutcheon.
Ready for another shot now, Andrew McCutcheon. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Inning is over.
Fair to say? Oh, my goodness. These folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Jeff McNeil. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. Weekly hit towards first. Hoskins grabs it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
Stepping in, Michael Conforto comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-1. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Now in the box, Robinson Cano. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Arrieta gets the sign. 2-1 on its way.
I got 3-1. 3 balls.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Bryce Harper. Now the 2-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Gloved by Lowry. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies, Mike Schmidt. And he's coming off a 2-run homer his last time around.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
2 balls and a strike now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And here's a slider that misses below the knees. It's ball 4.
The left fielder, number 8, Shane Victorino.
Ready once again, Shane Victorino. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. The 1-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. And a dive there by Lowry, but he can't get it. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
I think the whole ballpark knew he was going to go with the sinker right there to induce the double play. The only problem is he can't guarantee it's going to be hit right at one of his infielders. Tough luck.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto, and he fouls this one off. Now a throw over to first, and he's back easily. Here now the 2-2.
I got 3-2.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The next 3-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. The 1-2. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. And another foul ball. 7 runs, an equal number of hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Here's the 2-2. A swing and a foul tip, but held onto behind the plate, and they're going to get out of danger here as the strikeout will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep them out of danger. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
To the plate now, Dominic Smith. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Now the 2-1 pitch. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And this one bounds around against the wall. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
So striding forward now, Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 1 thus far. One out and a runner on second base. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Into the box, Jed Lowry. This is on the ground over to first. Hoskins has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Gene Segura. Segura behind on a 1-2 count. Hit softly on the ground to third. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The pitcher, number 49, Jake Arrieta.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Jake Arrieta. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Phillies pitcher. Line to the right side. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. Jake Marisnick is going to come in now and take over following the injury.
For the Mets. Now playing right field, number 16, Jake Marisnick.
Stepping in now, Jimmy Rollins. Slapped hard the opposite way. Smith is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Now to the plate, Andrew McCutchen. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. Shot toward right center. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double, and maybe a tough break as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone.
Man, an unlucky break right there with the runner stealing from first. If that ball doesn't bounce over the wall for a ground rule double, he's probably going to score easily. But instead, he's forced to stay at third. Now it's going to be up to the next guy to drive him home.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. And it's fouled away. Second and third, 2 away. Count remains full. Once again a 3-2. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Mike.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Schmidt. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. 1 run scores, and the run is in to score from second, make it 9-0.
Hey, with that base hit right there, Dero, that's career RBI number 1,600. He's getting close to approaching Chipper Jones and the Goose. Not Goose Gossage, Goose Goslin.
Goose Goslin.
Yes, the Goose is loose.
And he just went past guys like Mike Schmidt, George Brett. I mean, the company we're naming right now, Dan, I find it hard to believe that he doesn't get in a car and drive home tonight.
The run scores from second. It's a 10-0 score.
Not every ball's going to be hit on the screws right there. That one falls in front of the right fielder for a single. Found some green grass.
Jerry's Familia gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Familia.
Standing in now, JT Realmuto fouled off. Three runs already home here. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Phillies 10 and the Mets nothing. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. The 2-1. Hit softly down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And now pitch on the way. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The 2-2. In the air down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Victorino's there to make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jerry Familia.
Keith Hernandez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 17, Keith Hernandez.
Hit on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, number 6.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Arrieta's got his target. Here it is on 3-1. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Brad Brock comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
29, Brad Brock.
7th inning ready to roll, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Into the box, Gene Segura. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. The 1-1 home is in there for strike number 2.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 1-2 misses for the second ball. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cespedes is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Jake Arrieta. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. And Cespedes will put this one away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. So striding in, Jake Marisnick. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The batter, number 24, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Next up for New York, Robinson Cano. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Good action on the sinker, 1-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
McCutchen is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. A swing and a miss there, 2-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one. And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
At the plate, Dominic Smith. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Mets leave 1. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jimmy Rollins. He'll start us off in the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Cespedes is there, and he has it for the first out. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Outside, 2-1. Two and two.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Bryce Harper will be next. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
So now to the plate, Bryce Harper on the ground and right at the shifted infielders.
And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Philadelphia is on top 10-0. Yoenis Cespedes striding in next. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
Hit out towards second. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The batter, number 4. Shortstop, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now. A couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far.
Bases are empty. 1 man out.
Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Arrieta is ready.
Here's the 2-1.
Hey.
Yanked the slider across that time. Laid off for a ball.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Slapped hard the opposite way.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Here's the Philadelphia manager on his way out to the mound now. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave after a strong 7 2/3 here, as he'll hope the bullpen can get the final 4 outs to secure his victory. Sir Anthony Dominguez takes over here with the runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
58, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Brandon Nimmo will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Brandon Nimmo.
Fouled away. Two out with the man at first. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1, starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Dylan Betances enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Stepping into the box, Mike Schmidt. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
In now, Shane Victorino.
Line drive to center field.
And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Now batting, the catcher, J.T. Realmuto.
At the plate now, J.T. Realmuto.
And this will be fouled away. Here's the 1-2.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Here he comes again, 1-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Into the box now,
Rhys Hoskins.
and this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Phillies strand 1, but they're still in front 10-0.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in, Jeff McNeil. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Fastball well outside.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Victorino is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. One away.
So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, Robinson Cano. Pulled toward right center field. He brings it in, and the Phillies have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
10-0 the final shutout score in this one. Philadelphia jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jake Arrieta earns his first win of the season. Al Leiter was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies, 10 runs, 12 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Mets, no runs, 4 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 14 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.